Hi everyone, welcome to US Immigration Hub channel. If you are new to this channel, my name is Liman and I make videos for a family-based immigration to simplify the immigration process. If you watch my videos very carefully, you will make your immigration process less stressful. My channel has all the videos you need to complete your immigration process for immigrant and non-immigrant visas. If you are new to this channel, please subscribe, share, hit notification bell, and give us a big like so YouTube can share the video with more people like you. By doing this, we will help other people. First of all, I am not an attorney. I'm here to help you based on my personal immigration journey and also based on the information I have from USCIS, NVC, and consulate or embassies websites around the world, and also based on the feedback I have from my subscribers. So if you're ready, let's get started. In today's video, we're gonna talk about the required documents for immigrant visa interview, or list of documents you must bring to immigrant visa interview for CR and IR visas. This is a mandatory documents that you need to bring to your interview. There is no way you can have interview without this documentation we're going to talk about today. Because I made this video because a lot of people ask me about this video, and also I'm going to share my experience with you guys. So let's go to the first information right here, which is what to bring to the interview. First thing is appointment letter or interview appointment letter. You will need it because that's the first thing you're gonna be asked at the door when you go to have interview. The security guard, he will ask you for appointment letter, which is interview appointment letter, and also a passport, which is it must be valid at least for 6 months beyond the intended date of entry to United States. And also you need the photographs, 2 identical color photographs for each applicant, which must meet the general photographs requirement. And also, if you have a derivatives, they must have same thing as well. And also, you need a DS-260 confirmation page for each IV application. And the last one, you need the supporting documents for applicant and petitioner. So we're gonna go through each one in this video. So let's start with interview visa appointment letter. Once NVC schedule interview for you, they will send you this letter. Basically, they're gonna tell you that they schedule an interview for you. They're gonna give you the date, and we're gonna talk about that at the bottom of this interview letter. Just once you receive it, read it. It is very important. They're gonna give you a lot of information because it keeps changing every year. So here, important information right here. This is what you need to read because a lot of people miss that one. You submitted the form and supporting document to NVC in electronic form. They told you you must bring the original forms and documents for interview by the consular officer during your interview appointment. So if you cannot keep the interview, this is very, very important. Call US embassy or consulate in your country to reschedule it. Do not just go and ignore it. Call them and reschedule it. Now, this is just about the vaccine, especially for COVID-19 vaccine. It's keep changing. I don't know now if it's required to be vaccinated to come to the United States. In 2020, 2021, 2022, it was required. COVID-19, it was required to get vaccine if you want to travel to the United States. But thanks now, I keep changing. I don't know about the status now. So this is the bottom of your interview letter, the immigrant visa interview details. They're going to give you the interview date and time. In this example right here, this is for my spouse. It was in May 10th, 2022 at 8 p.m. I'm sorry, 8 a.m. Interview location is going to be Casablanca, Morocco. And also, they're going to give you the NVC case number and the invoice ID number. They always give this in case you will need it, to go to your account and do some changes. Principal applicant, that's the person or the applicant is going to have interview. and the preference category, which is the visa type. For example, the one CR1, conditional IR1 spouse of US citizen, and a number. For spouse, they always assign a number, and this a number, that's what's gonna come in your green card when you come to United States. That's the one they're gonna assign to your green card. Now let's go now to DS 260 confirmation page. Once you file DS 260, you must print it because you will need it at your interview. They're gonna ask you at the door the same thing. They're gonna ask you for DS 260 confirmation page. This is not a visa. This is just a confirmation page. It will have your name, the applicant name. They have the country where you have the interview, and you have the completed date and the case number and the confirmation number. If you want to print it, I have a video on my channel on how to do that. Just follow it. I will put a link and follow it, and you can print it. Now you will need a valid passport for each applicant that will have interview. It must be valid for 6 months beyond the intended date of entry into the United States, unless longer validity is specifically requested by the US Embassy or Consulate in your country. 2 identical photographs. They must be identical, taken at the same time. Photo must 2 by 2 inches, the height of the head. This is very important because a lot of people, when it comes to photo, they do a lot of makeup, especially for girls. They do a lot of makeup or use filters. That will not be accepted. If you want to do some makeup, light makeup, your face has to be clear, and no filters at all. Just if you go to a photo center, just tell them for a visa, and they know exactly what to do. This is just a requirement. I'm not going to go through it. Just I put it right here, guys, to go through it because it is very, very important to go through it. As I said, do not. There is a lot of stuff that you cannot do right here, so just go through it. The last one is schedule and complete. I'm sorry, that's not the last one. Schedule and complete medical exam. That's your responsibility. Once you receive interview letter, is your responsibility to call the panel physician to schedule interview. Panel physician, what does it mean? That means that embassy approved doctors and also referred as a panel physician. So they tell you right here, all the applicants are required to schedule a medical appointment with an authorized physician in the country where you will be interviewed. Use panel physician. The medical examination will include a physical and mental health exam. They will have chest x-ray, blood tests. This will include some sexual diseases. I know they do gonorrhea, that's for sure, and administration of any necessary vaccination. Also the vaccine, because you will be required to have some vaccination. I know, for example, I'm from Morocco, where we don't have some kind of vaccination, but the panel physician, they will add that vaccination we don't have. So the consulate or embassy, they tell the physician what to do. Basically, they know what to do in each country. In my country, they know exactly what to do. You go for them, they know, because Moroccan people, they know what vaccination they have. That doctor knows exactly what vaccination those guys have. So as soon as they get there, they give the vaccination that consulate or embassy ask them. So now let's talk about the required affidavit of support document for petitioner. One thing I want to mention right here, it is very, very, very important. You must take the same documentation you submitted to NVC, the same one right here, as I'm showing right here. The same documentation you submitted right here, you must take them one by one. Do not change them, do not update them, same one. So you will need the form IA-64 affidavit of support, the original one, the one you submitted to NVC, the same documentation you see right here. It must be signed with blank ink because you already submitted. You have a copy. Just take it, give it to your applicant. She or he, she's gonna take it to interview. Federal income tax return or transcript for the last 3 years that you submitted. You must give them to your applicant. And also, this is just an example. I want to talk about this because it's very important. You submitted now, for example, your interview is example in 2024, but next year, I'm sorry, in 2023, and next year in 2024. So you must take 2024 with you, even if you did not submit them, just in case. Sometimes they ask for it, sometimes they're not. W2s is the same thing. You must upload, you must take with you the last 3 years of W2s and the new one, in case they ask you for you, in case they ask for it. 1099 the same thing, the last 3 years and the new one, basically the new year. And the proof of US domicile, of course, you will need that one. Utility bills, take one with you, the same one, of course, the same one you submitted to NVC. Not updated, same day, it must be the same day, same one basically. Now, let's go to document. This is a required document for applicant. You must take, this is Allah, this it all depends the case. It's not gonna be the same. Just give you the information right here, but we're gonna go to the one right here. You will need a photocopy of valid passport, biographic data page, birth certificate, adoption documentation, marriage certificate, marriage termination documentation, military record, police certificate, court and prison record, and medical exam. We already talked on some of this, but it's good to remind you on this one. Now, let's go here to require civil documents for applicant. This is what's very important. We talked about this right here, about the list right here, but the most important, that's the one you submitted and to NVC and accepted by NVC. That's the same one you must take to interview. As I said, do not update them. This is, I'm gonna give my, for example, my experience with police certificate. I'm gonna talk about this one. Police certificate, we submitted a police certificate and it was expired. My wife, my spouse, she was panicked. Oh, it's expired, it's expired, it's expired. I told her, don't worry about it, because they tell you right here, you must take the same original documentation that you submitted to NVC. So I told them, no, do not update it. And she did, and no problem. Because they tell you, as a reminder right here, you must bring all of your original documents, not a photocopy, to your interview at US Embassy or Consulate. Passport biographic page for the applicant. Photographs, not because you already submitted photographs to NVC, but they're not going to be the same one. The one you're going to take, the one we talked about, that one for visas, that's the one you're going to put in your visa. These one are different. That's the one you submitted to NVC. Marriage certificate, of course, you must take the copy and the original one. And marriage certificate is the same thing. You must take a copy and original one. And the criminal court record and prison record. This is very important because a lot of people miss that one. If you submitted only police certificate, they will ask you. In this case, I'm sorry, in this in NVC, but in for consulate or embassy, you must take everything you submitted there. Original one, you must take them. So my advice right here, it will be better to organize them for the for the petitioner. Put, for example, taxes. Put like an envelope that have like a multiple folders that have, for example, taxes, W2s, 1099s, and proof of domicile. It goes to applicant. You will have passport biographic page, photographs, birth certificates, marriage certificates, and police certificates, and a criminal court record, and prison record. And must check photocopies with you. Do not just check the original one. Sometimes they will ask you for a copy. So this is the end of this video. I hope you like it. If you do, please subscribe, share, and hit the notification bell. Thank you, and see you next video.